Everybody. So this is my first attempt to do a YouTube Morning Monster. So we're gonna give this a whirl, see if we can get anybody to show up over here on YouTube. So a few different little glitchy things that I'm just kind of getting used to with the YouTube stuff. So it's a little bit different. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see if we can get anybody to come over here today. But we got a couple minutes, so we'll kind of see if we can get the morning rolling. In the meantime, let me swirl you around. Okay. So here I am. And it is just a couple minutes before our morning monster thing. So we'll see if we can get this going. I know that it's always weird when you change venues because everybody's like gets used to the thing. Oh, but I want to do it here. So hopefully we can get a few people. So far I've got 0 people who've showed up. So just a couple minutes, and we'll just see what we get. And I see 1 person has showed up. So anyway, so I don't know. We'll see how well I like this YouTube platform, and if I like it better, we'll stay here. If I just can't get people to come over to the YouTube thing, then we won't. So, but those of you who are new, who watch this and are new to what Morning Monster is. Morning Monster is basically just a little sketch in the morning of monsters. It's something that I try and do every day. I don't always do it every day, but I do try and do it every day. So, so that's what we're going to be doing here. And so let me swirl you around. I think we're kind of at that time. Let me see at my clock. Yep, I think we're past the time. And let's see what we get here. Okay, well, you're looking at my ceiling now. All right, so there's an oldie, oldie, and we're gonna find a nice, fresh, new page. And by the way, I should show you this. I'm using as my elevation, my Classic Tales of Horror book. So that is what we are elevating the tripod with. So, all right, so let's see what we got. Now, if you are new to this, basically what I tell people to do is just grab a pen and paper if you want. You can sort of sketch along. I am just going to start off, as I often do, just doing the eyes. Here I go, doing the eyes. All right, so grooving along. Now, one thing I should mention is that I've got a big Friday the 13th planned. Lots going on next Friday the 13th. So if you guys are, need something to go on, something happening on Friday the 13th, well, you're in luck because I've got lots going. I got an art sale, got my Mishmashers coming up, which are my creepy little dudes, and Altered Alice workshop starts, and I'm going to do a martini. I'm going to do Martini Monster that evening for Friday the 13th. So a lot going on Friday the 13th. So I'm just sort of doing a little. I don't know what the hell this is. So in my house, it's Halloween month, and what Halloween month it means is that I get to take over the TV. No romantic comedies allowed, unless I'm not around, because it is monster time, and so that is what I subject my family members to every October. So. We started, of course, the problem is, though, my wife Andrea doesn't like scary movies, so it limits what we can actually watch on October month. So I can watch the scary stuff with my stepdaughter Chanel. She likes the scary stuff, but, with Andrea, it's like no scary stuff allowed, so. All right, so this is sort of a curmudgeonly monster. And he's got crazy weirdo hair. I'm not sure what it's like a ponytail thing. It's like I'm not entirely sure what that thing is. So I am gonna give him a little furry collar, I think. All right, here we go. Now, I have what pens do I have? A number 5 and a number 1. So basically, like in this, you can see it's a number 5 and number 1. So I'm actually going to move to a number 1 because I want this little dude to have a slightly more refined quality. So I can see the one thing that I'm not really digging about the YouTube thing is that I just don't, I like to be able to, I like to be able to, there's more options on the Facebook than there are the YouTube Live. So I'm a little bit, disappointed. So we'll see what happens with this. I have a feeling I'm going to go back to the Facebook option here when we do it. I will definitely be doing, for the Martini Monster, I will definitely be doing that on my Facebook group. Just so you know, what that means is that I have 2 Facebook pages. One is a personal page, and one is actually a page for my business. I mean, they're both kind of similar, but basically one is designed to be more of a business page. So next Friday the 13th, the evening of Friday the 13th, 5 o'clock Pacific time, that's where the Marine Monster is going to be. So at my Assemblage Art fan book page, or fan page, I mean. Okay, so he's coming along. So I just moved to my number 1 pen and getting some of the details there. So I have a feeling a lot of you are watching this after the fact because you never made it over to YouTube. But that's okay. You may never have to make it over to YouTube again after this. So he's coming along okay. So let's see. So let's give him a little more. We got to figure out what the hell we're going to do with his body now. I am not sure. Let's see. So let's give him a weirdo body. A weirdo body for a weirdo head. Long, crazy legs. I have this thing for chicken legs these days. I mean, I'm not saying I'm necessarily like seek out somebody with chicken legs, but it's not like I have the hots for chicken leg people. I mean, I don't know. I have nothing against chicken leg people, but it just seems like I've been drawing chicken leg people lately. All right, so pointy toes and chicken legs. Okay. I'm not sure what sort of outfit this guy's wearing. It seems a little strange. It's kind of a, I don't know. It goes well with chicken legs, though, I suppose. It's kind of like a strange fur outfit. All right, so I changed to my number 5 pen now, just to get this a little more beefed up. There we go. Now, I read a book a while back, in case you're wondering. It's true. That's all I'm going to say. I read a book a while back. No, that's not the end of the statement. I read a book a while back about stripes. I think it was called The Devil's Pattern, and it referred to how stripes were often associated with the devil. And that is why, you see prisoners wearing them. I would also imagine that part of that is, to be able to see them more readily if they escape from prison. But beyond that, they were chosen because, stripes were chosen because they were considered the devil's fabric. But it was interesting. It was an interesting little book, from what I recall of it, many, many years ago. And that's why he is getting stripes. Because he's a devil chicken boy. Woo! Aha, you didn't see that coming, did you? Okay. And a poor lonely dead flower wilts behind him on his devil plane. All right, I think I'm gonna call this guy pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna labor this dude anymore. So I think we'll call it good. So anyway, mark Friday the 13th on your calendar. Because we got a lot going on. If you haven't signed up for Alice, sign up for Alice, because that's going to be a really good online class. You own it forever. You don't worry if you don't, if you don't get to everything. You can download it to your computer. So that's coming up. That starts up next Friday, the 13th, and the Mishmashers go on sale. If you don't know what that is, head over to my website, michaeldomingue.com, and you can see what Mishmashers are. They're basically a new pantheon I created. So those little dudes will be for sale coming up. And, of course, the Martini Live Monster sketch will also be happening next Friday the 13th. So, Friday the 13th, mark it on your calendar, something to do, hang out with me. I mean, what better way? The only better thing than Friday the 13th in October is a full moon Friday the 13th in October, which we do not have, unfortunately. All right, so there's our dude. There's our guy. I'll give you a better look at him. And I'll switch you around to say goodbye. All right, I know a lot of you guys didn't make it over here, but you'll be able to watch this. You're probably watching this on Facebook now. It was a little bit of a trial to see how the good old YouTube thing worked. I think I like the Facebook thing better, so this was sort of a one-off. I will post this over on Facebook though, so you can watch it from the beginning. And say goodbye to our little devil dude. And I'll try and do a morning monster tomorrow. Let's see, Saturday. I think I can do a morning monster tomorrow. And but once again, I'll do it. I think from this point on, I'm going to plan on doing it over on the Facebook page. So disregard everything you saw over here. Pretend it didn't happen. Okay, well, you can pretend it. You can, watch it, whatever. So, all right, see you guys. We will. I will chat with you soon. Talk to you later. Alligators.